Now that I'm in a comfortable space to say what the fuck I really want to say, because the first take was in Starbucks and I had to be mindful of the language and cussing, whatever, I'd rather do all that in certain open mics that does not invite the vulgarity or the extremes, okay? And I literally got my point across still, all right? Yeah, I'm so hot in 97 that I'm Kiss FM, bitch. Let me tell you something. So, y'all already familiar with me about the jokes that I grew up hearing, aside from the basics and the obvious. But yeah, any type of shaded projection aligning with being a hip hop otaku with pride. But let me tell you something: the difference between me alongside the rest of the human beings and the Stevie J's and the Faith Evans and the Nicholas Swabies and the fucking K songs is that, like, you know what, coming from me personally, all those jokes and projection and shade that I heard revolving around me being a hip hop otaku with pride did not put me in nobody's ashiki. You already know the story with me being a baldy or whatever, and how I sent the devil of vanity back to nature once and for all, especially since during my Dwayne Reed days where I literally took an Afrocentric journey and I never came down since. Now, the thing is, it did not, all those jokes and projection and shade with me being a hip hop otaku with pride did not put me in a daishiki, did not put me in a tribal tattoo, did not put me in did not put me in a kiss makeup with black nails and a cape or cloak that Raven from Teen Titans will be wearing. It didn't put me in any of those spaces. And you know what's so fucking crazy? Like, I'm still the way I am, and I'm like, you know what? I'll be seeing some of these peers on the other side of the universe, the Nicholas Swabies, the Stevie J's, and Faith Evans, all of them, like, that's been conjured up by the Greek statue. Okay? So, like, a Greek statue will fuck around and follow any trend that suits them just so they can fuck around and stay relevant. Because you know what's so crazy? Like, if you take away all that shit that they try to immerse themselves in at a late age, or they do it badly back then, or whatever the case is, you take all that away, you just see them as just a Greek statue. You know, and you know what, the CBJs and Nicholas Swabies and the Faith Evans and all them people, like, literally get bowed to. You know, but it's so fucking real. Like, you couldn't even tell them a joke. You couldn't even fire back at them with a joke or a shade or reverse their projection, because they will fuck around and cry, or maybe back then. And if they do cry, they will get their little Greek statue homies and little model thugs along with them, alongside them, or whatever the case is. Okay, you know what's so fucking crazy, bro? Like, first of all, this ain't gonna be a short. Second of all, bro, like, on the low, bro, like, I wash my fucking hands. I wash my hands. Because it's like, just like back in the day, party like a rock star, and now 2015 or 2010 plus minus or whatever the case is, the spiritual trip, the Afrocentricism. But the thing is, I've been Afrocentric, or immerse myself in an Afrocentric lifestyle as just a baldy and nothing else since my days in Dwayne Reed, and I never came down since. Now, on the surface of it all, like, bro, I just look like a homosexual extra from a Locks video. That's the surface of it, okay? But like, you already know the story with me being bald and how I keep all this, okay? It's just certain things that I just stay out the fucking way. And honestly, if this applies, let your fucking hands fly. Because there was just no way I'm going to put no tribal tattoos or fucking wear daishikis with patterns. And you already know my stance. Same with the whole fucking rock culture. First of all, when it comes to the Afrocentricism, ain't no fucking way I'm going to go that far at a deep end as I see some of these peers on my timeline alone. And mind you, you could just fuck around and tell before they was Afrocentric or whatever the case is, they was shucking, jiving, and crip walking. Who can speak about being Afrocentric? Me. Who didn't have to go that far being Afrocentric? Me. I really didn't have to have an argument over me being Afrocentric, especially when I was able to say it. Maybe I had a few back and forth there when I was just spelling it. Definitely with, you know, the toxic friends or whatever. But when I was able to say it, stood on business. Don't know shit about the rock culture other than the rock bands that I listen to on and off. And then maybe there's some few right now. But the thing is, it's like, you know what, bruh? There's no way, in word to Afrocentricism, there's no way I'm going to sit in those spiritual course with you because you wanted to follow a trend and you not knowing what patterns and tribal tattoos and certain piercings mean, and you might be disrespecting God, your family, right down to your ancestors. There is no way I'm going to sit in those spiritual course with you. Hell fucking no. You explain yourself. Right? Same thing with the spiritual trip. You know, the thing about me going through a spiritual trip or whatever the case is, especially, you know, I discovered my mental illness. I turned towards spirituality even more. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. But due to God's graces, he kept me from, you know, the Spanish old lady smelling like onions, even in a nigga. Okay? There is no way I'm going to sit in a spiritual course with you over a trend, over a fad that you wanted to fall in line with. Mind you, you wasn't my peers, whether good or evil, hearing African booty scratcher jokes or any joke alongside of being a black man or black woman with different interests. But you want to take up on those fucking roles that you didn't even hear jokes from or jokes as. What y'all crying from 27 to 33 plus, my peers alone, whether good or evil, saying, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. You can feel what you want to feel. You can say what you want to say. Yes, my peers, whether good or evil. I'm talking about black folk with different interests. I'm talking about people that was brought up in the African culture, African global, all that. Like, y'all could fuck up, like, that was literally them. Whether they're good or evil, rise, fall, or indifferent, that was literally them. You could literally see in their faces that they heard every type of shade, joke, projection in regards to their culture and their interest. Do you understand? And we're not going to go there with religion because I'm done, okay? But yeah, do you? I'm talking to the Faith Evans, the Stevie J's, the Nicholas Swabies, and the K-Songs. Y'all can do you, okay? Y'all can do you. But there's no way I am going to sit in those spiritual course with you over a fad that you wanted to fall in line with because you think it's cool, but you don't even know the meaning behind it, or you do know the meaning behind it, but you playing dumb or whatever the case is. But just like, it's just like there's research and then it's just appropriation. Okay? There is no way I am going to sit in no spiritual course with y'all niggas over something that you decided to appropriate. No matter how many times or how hard you research. This is the final bout. Class dismissed. Thank you. Boom, nigga.